What up gamers, I'm Jason and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be unboxing Marvel Champions the card game. Now, this is a game published by Fantasy Flight Games and it is designed by Michael Boggs, Nate French, and Caleb Grace. This is also a living card game. Now, before I explain what the game is all about, I'm just going to talk about what a living card game is. Now, there may be many of you that know what a trading card game is. A living card game is similar. There will be expansion packs released for the game. Some may be big boxes like this one. Others may be smaller scenario packs or character packs. Now, the way a living card game differs from a trading card game is that there is no randomness. You know exactly what you're getting in your expansions. So you don't have to worry. If you want to get Captain America, when that expansion comes out, you're going to have all of the cards to include him in the game. There's not going to be any need to buy multiple packs to get exactly what you're looking for. So that is how a living card game works. There have been some scenarios that have been announced already for Marvel Champions. For example, the first expansions coming will be Captain America and the Green Goblin villain scenario. Now, what is Marvel Champions the card game? Well, you're going to be facing off against a villain who will be attacking the city, their allies, and you will take on a role of a famous Marvel hero. Now, the game includes 5 heroes in the box. You are going to get a specific deck of cards for that hero that is going to be themed based on their superpowers, and then you must defeat the villain and complete the conditions of the stage in order to win the game. Now that we've explained what the game is all about, I did almost forget though, this is a game for 1 to 4 players. So, we've covered all of that. We're going to jump over to the top-down camera and take a look at what's inside. Now let's take a look at what's in the box for Marvel Champions, the card game. Now, Julie and I have been eagerly awaiting this game. Got quite a big box, and let's see what's inside. So as typical with Fantasy Flight Games, we do have 2 rule books. The Learn to Play rule book, which will give you a nice list of the components, overview as to how to play the game, and some examples. Now, I do like the comic book flavor of this Learn to Play. Definitely feels like you're in that Marvel Comics universe. Now, let's just take a quick look at what we have for the rule book. So while it still has a similar layout, it's really just all the rules in alphabetical order, which does make things fairly easy to find. Now, we do have some tokens here, so let's take a look at what we got. They do provide some extra plastic. However, not a fan of this new plastic wrapping that they're doing. I do think it's a little bit of waste as we're trying to get rid of plastic in the board game industry. Could have really just provided the sheets in there, no problem. So we have a few dials. So it looks to me like we got like the big scenario dial and then 4 dials for the 4 characters that you can play. As you can see, some of the stuff is already punching itself. Then what it looks to be, as if we got here, some bonuses, maybe a warning token. I've not gone through the rules, so I'm not quite sure what all the tokens are. Then everything else looks to be like maybe health as well as energy tokens that we get in the game. Now here we've got just some components to put together all of the different trackers that we just saw. We have some smaller cards. These look to be different modifiers: tough, confused, stunned. So we've got 3 different modifier cards that will definitely come into play during the course of the game. I like how we get a nice little bag to keep them separate. And one thing I do really like about all this is the storage room. For a game that always has a bunch of expansions announced, I am quite happy that we're going to be getting, well, not getting, that we have the room to store everything in. So let's take a look at what we have in the decks. They do look fairly easy to get open. Now, this is a game I'm probably going to sleeve because I can already tell with the amount of expansions and the fact that Julie told me to go ahead and pick this up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the plastic is a little slippery, making this a little more difficult to get open, but Is there an easier way to do it? No, it's really just all wrapped up. And I hate using like something like a box cutter, but there we go. Got the plastic. This is well sealed. And I hate wasting time like this. But I really do not want to damage the cards, and this is definitely a pain in the ass job that was done by Fantasy Flight. So here's what we have that looks to be Spider-Man's cards. Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Black Cat. We can see all the numbers for their decks down there. So Spider-Man has a deck of 15 cards. Then we look like we've got some Justice cards, allies. Could be for everyone. Not quite sure how these come into play in the game. We've got some basic cards that we can use as well. Now we got Nick Fury. Which version of Nick Fury was it there? It is the Samuel Jackson Nick Fury that they did add to the regular Marvel Universe. Energy. Eviction Notice, which is totally a Spider-Man thing. And it looks like we've got some of his villains. Very cool. Like what we're seeing there. We've got a bigger pack of cards here, which should be far easier to get opened up. And let's see what we've got. So here we have She-Hulk's cards. And I'm not going to go through all this stuff in too much detail. Let's just place it back pretty much the way that it was in there. Here we then have Iron Man. Once again, he also has a 15-card deck as well. And from what I heard, you really have to like armor him up, which is definitely pretty cool and is thematic for the character. Next, we've got T'Challa's cards. I wonder if we're going to have any cards between him and Storm. That would be pretty cool. I think that was the Spider-Man cards falling over. I was going to try to keep this all nicely organized. Probably should open the big box first. After that, we've got Captain Marvel. Then afterwards, we've got some different cards. Justice, Leadership. So it appears to be some different traits. Protection, allies that you can summon. And then once again, some more basic cards. Probably to go just kind of like what we had with the Spider-Man deck from what it looks like. That's what we get in that big pack. So here we've got 3 packs of cards. You may be wondering why I'm not laying them out over there. Well, I could, but it's just easier, I find, to place them back into the box right now. So here we've got what looks to be more like the villain cards with Rhino, Claw. Definitely is a specific villain deck, so you can see that they're marked there. So this Rhino card is 3 of 21. Not sure where the other Rhino cards are. We've got Claw's deck, Masters of Evil, Ultron, or Ultron. This is a negative effect card for Black Panther here. And then it looks like we have the different scenarios that we might be fighting with usurping the throne. We've got some Killmonger cards. Negative status stuff for She-Hulk for the dual lives. Personal challenge, Tanya. So She-Hulk Nemesis deck. So it looks like we have like specific events as well as Nemesis decks. And I'm not sure how those get added. Here it looks to be like we've got the player phase and the villain reference cards as well. So it does look like I'm going to have to do a little bit of sorting with regards to what we have here. Hopefully, this will come a little bit easier than the last one. There we go. Have to be aggressive with it. Oh, see, this is a Captain Marvel starter deck, and I was not supposed to open this up until I was ready to start the game. But we're showing stuff off, so it's fine. I'm going to just place it in a separate part of the box. I'm probably going to actually get a bag or something for it afterwards, so we see specifically what you get for this starter deck. So it's a pre-made deck that we have to get the game underway. So I'll place that here. And it looks like we're getting the Rhino starter deck. So that's why we don't have all of the Rhino cards. We have a specific starting deck for the villain. Once again, not the easiest to get opened up, but not overly difficult as well. So here's the Rhino deck. So we've got everything we need to get started, all of his cards, different scenarios, and possibly that Spider-Man deck did not have, you know what, it might have just missed it. So let's go back here. Let's pull what we have out here. Yeah, so we have the Spider-Man deck, which is also a starter deck. And that's why it was separate from the others. So I'm going to place that here. Keep these things separate. Now I'm going to bag them up. Got a few bags kicking around just so that I know what I need to do when I get the game started. Let's place the 2 sheets of tokens back in the box. Both rule books. Get this top back on. And there you have it. You've seen what's in the box for Marvel Champions, the card game. Now keep it right here as I'm going to come back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will make sure that you're in the know when we release the Marvel Champions review. Also, down below in the video description, there will be links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You want to see what we're playing, what came in the mail, any cool finds we got? Well, that's where they will be. Also, popping up in front of me will be links to related videos as well as our latest video release. Don't worry, the review will be popping out once it's completed, so you'll be able to go straight to it after the unboxing if you so choose. And don't forget, keep playing games.